everybody, I'm Cam. Quick show of hands, who here has ever had an ankle injury? Okay, for those of you online, that's roughly 60% of the audience. I like to dance in the evenings, and as a ballet dancer, I see ankle injuries all the time. But even outside of sports, 1/3 of all Albertan workplace injuries are of the feet, the toes, and the ankle. The talus bone that's located centrally in your ankle can link back to a lot of these injuries, with its main responsibility being its weight-bearing capacity. It allows us to do things like get out of bed in the morning, go to work, walk, and in my case, dance. So what makes this bone so unique, besides its complex geometry, is only 40% of it is perforated in blood vessels, meaning it needs a very high blood supply in order to remain alive. During high-impact accidents at work or in sports, this bone has a high probability of breaking or fracturing, and so surgeons classify it as a high-risk and high-complication injury. So what do we do? How do we fix it? Well, we perform these things called total talar replacements, in which the dead and the dying talus bone is taken out and a custom polished metal implant is placed back in. And this does offer patients weight-bearing capacity back, but we now know that the metal causes inflammation, infection, and joint deterioration. And that's on top of a 6-week waiting list. My research aims to address these gaps by creating the next generation of talus bone implants. We'll be utilizing a universal geometry of the bone itself and then coating it in an artificial cartilage. And I plan on doing this with the following 3 objectives. I'll start with 3D printing the core of the implant out of cobalt chromium metal. And I know we said metal wasn't good, but cobalt chromium has a very high strength to weight ratio and it is biocompatible. So this is what metal should be used for. Second, we'll coat the implant in the artificial cartilage via injection molding. And for this, we chose the material of PCU. In our previous studies, we have shown that PCU exhibits similar wear properties as biological cartilage, meaning it's not going to cause that joint deterioration anymore. Lastly, we now need to test the system. And how we plan on doing that is by performing an actual total talar replacement on a foot to mid-shin cadaver system, and then reanimating it using robotics. And the purpose of this is to simulate what the implant is going to experience in a patient prior to clinical trials, to ensure it's effective, more importantly, to ensure that it's safe. At the end of these objectives, we will have created a pre-developed implant that orthopedic surgeons can just take off the shelf, cutting down on wait time, and that's more biocompatible, cutting down on patient pain. Ultimately, revolutionizing rehabilitation with an innovative, safe, and quicker solution to get our community back to what matters, whether that be going to work, whether that be going for a walk and enjoying the first day of spring, or simply getting out of bed by yourself in the morning. And together with my technology, we will be taking a safer step for talus rehabilitation. Thank you.